Wow. Ooh. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, welcome to Showtime. For all of you watching around the world, welcome. Yes, to the one channel that you guys watch every single week. For all of you watching today, yes, I got something to tell you. What the hell's going on in this world? For all of you watching, if you haven't hit that like button already, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps out a bunch. Reba Crew, you know what time it is. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Remember, this is the main stream. This is the Showtime stream. This is the stream that you can send super chats and little appreciation on the stream. We need some help this month. The point of the matter is, we're going to be drinking some whiskeys, and I'm going to slap out that church chicken. Yes. I'm going to say we have a meal on the barbecue. You're going to see, maybe I overcooked it. I don't think so. It's going to be nice and juicy. You're going to see why it's nice and juicy. Point of the matter is, we got a bird on the barbecue, yes. For a lot of you watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, this is a live stream. If you know what a live stream is, let me tell you exactly what it is. This is a stream where you can interact with me, yes, on a daily basis or weekly basis. You could comment down below in the chat room. And not only that, we do live interaction, first impressions. We do everything live. If you ever see me drop a cow tongue, you see me drop a cow tongue on live stream. This live stream, I don't edit nothing. And at the end of the day, I give you the honest review. We're the only channel on YouTube that reviews a lot of whiskey and gives you honest opinion. We are also the only YouTube channel on YouTube that cooks whiskey. What cooks with whiskey? Oh, man, this heat is getting me. Point of the matter is, right now, I'll be doing the Peerless. You see here, the Peerless. We're going to be doing this thing. So here we go. Let's pour the son of a gun. Woo! Let's do the first thing. All right, so this is a Peerless. And for some of you watching around the world, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't hit that like button. Peerless. What do I have to say about it? Single barrel is the best. Let's talk about it. Also, today's topic, yes, it's on the title. Today's topic is on the title. If anybody doesn't like a topic, that's okay. We got other topics. I'm going to give you a good stream. A little bit of short stream, but I'm going to give you a good stream, right? For some of you, if you're watching this throughout the weekday, today is officially June 17th, 2025. And I'd say June is the month of mental health month for men. All right? I don't really know any other holiday. And oh wait, Father's Day was last month. Wait, was it? No, Father's Day was this weekend. You know what? The fathers really, we don't care. Honestly, we don't care if it's Father's Day or not. I am a father. I have a little dog, and he is a big boy. Point of the matter is, the main thing today is going to be talking about a lot of things, but one thing is certain. Cheers to my chat room. Cheers to my members. Instant. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much. And also, I think we had some people earlier on the stream earlier. David, yes. David, here we go. Let's drink a sip. This is Peerless. Let's drink a sip. This is the first time I drink this one in God knows how long. That is gotta be one of the ultimate single barrels out there that has, it honestly has so much white pepper in it. It's almost like it's like it has a ton of white pepper, vanilla, and black pepper. It's almost like if I have a stogie. Very, very, very much. I'm going to say this. Price on these usually are decent price. These are, you can find them store pick. Remember, single barrel. But I do want to say something for a lot of you. I want to go back to that Booker's. We did a review recently on Booker's. So for some of you, I'm going to move this out of the way. Let's move that out of the way. And let's put this son of a gun on here because I need to take out that turkey we got on. We got a turkey on the grill. All right, so I want to talk about this real quick. I know many of you have maybe missed the stream that I talked about this. And this is Booker's. By the way, we're going to talk about the war. Holy Lord. We'll talk about it now in a second. I'm going to say for a lot of you, it's going to be big stuff I'm about to say. Oh, this is going to be the first stream I sit down. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, let me start by saying, if you tuned in here now, the first time ever, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to always send a little bit of a comment. You never know, I'll see it. Maybe I won't. If I do see it, it's going to be a huge comment, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. What's going on in the world right now is, it's almost like what's happening in the world right now. It's almost like this is a movie or something. I don't really understand how the things that are happening in this world right now are happening. It's honestly insane. We'll talk about it throughout the stream. But I think that some of you never believed in maybe this is like, what's the word? Is this like all planned out? I don't know. Right now, it's kind of looking kind of fishy. For some of you, sold the title on the stream. You sold the title. Everything right now is looking really fishy. Really, not even, you can't put an A on the really. Really fishy. Triple E's in the middle of that RL. Really fishy. But the good thing is that we have whiskey, we have our barbecue. I show you how to cook. We talk about topics. And at the end of the day, that's the beauty of it, right? Without my subscribers, well, we have a lot of members that are subscribed, and I really appreciate all of you that subscribed. But remember, we'll always have also paid memberships. So for all of you that have paid memberships, yes, you can really you can throw down your comments or whatever you want. If you have paid memberships, remember, I try my best to read them. Right now, currently, I'm sitting down, but I'm going to say this. Each one of you have a voice. Each one of you have an opinion. And for the whiskeys, I think that's how it goes. There's a lot of people that like whiskey that are like high proof. I think that's the issue with the bottle we have on the stream. Booker's, right? Booker's. I think that's the issue with this bottle. I'm not going to deny that this bottle was... expensive. I think it was expensive for the price when I just paid for this Booker's. But there was a little bit of a stigma that if low-proof whiskey is out there, it's no bueno. And I have to call that for what it is. Low-proof whiskey is actually really good if you get them. Remember, Scotland has mainly low-proof whiskeys. Here in America, we tend to get them a little. In America, in the USA, we do everything different. That's what it is. We do everything different, right? We do our own thing, just like what Donald Trump is officially doing right now, currently. He's doing his own thing. And if you guys don't believe in what he has to do, well, that's just a matter of maybe whatever happens, happens kind of a thing, you know? I'm going to say this for any of you watching. I don't think it matters what president we have. I think there would be scenarios that might be just a little bit similar but different in a different reality, in a different almost dimensional. You know what? I'm talking too smart out here. I'm talking too smart out here. What I'm trying to say is, yes, I have the title. You read it. You read it. And I think it goes the same with these Bookers and these whiskeys. There's always going to be a time that you're not going to win them all, right? You're not going to win them all. Michael Jordan used to lose games, right? LeBron James, he's a loser, and he still wins. We have, people out there like one of the biggest baseball players right now, Otanahi, Shui Otanahi, from the Los Angeles Dodgers. You have good people like that. They lose games too, and they're not perfect. He had a scandal that supposedly he went gambling, and his assistant manager or something like that took like $70 million. He's not perfect. You don't know if he told him to take it. You know what I mean? We're not all perfect, and nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Okay, nobody's perfect. But what we can say is one thing is, with these whiskeys, none of these whiskeys to me are going to be in the span of 10 years or 20 years. Some of these whiskeys, they're gonna have distilleries out here. They're gonna fail. They're gonna fail. Bookers. What has Bookers been doing? I know what they've been doing. So I'm not drinking Bookers right now. We're about to drink it now. We're about to drink the Bookers now. I'm drinking the Peerless. I'm still drinking the Peerless because this Peerless reminds me of an AJ Fernandez Stogie. Yes, it reminds me of an AJ Fernandez Stogie. If you never have an AJ Fernandez Stogie, I bought the most extreme, strongest Stogie AJ Fernandez has ever made. We're going to do the review on that one maybe tonight. I might do a triple stream. I want to give you as much content until I say, I can't take it anymore. But tomorrow we're probably going to review AJ Fernandez is the strongest Stogie ever. Some of you might not be able to handle it, and it's not a Stogie for anybody to really go out to look for. We're going to do a review tomorrow about that one. The reason why I'm saying that is because I'm drinking this glass right now, and it's not Booker's, it's a Peerless single barrel. And this thing has a good richness of caramel, but it has a spark of pepper and black pepper. And to me, it kind of takes away that richness, which is good with some whiskeys. When you have some whiskeys, this is the thing that I don't like. Personally, me, I don't like it. If I'm drinking, just like April, I think I see April in the chat room. Is that you, April? You see, I don't know if I can see April, but like April, let's just give an example in the chat room. You see, if she was just super sweet, she wouldn't have a ranch. If she was super sweet, I wouldn't give her a ranch. I can't go to Chick-fil-A. Too many happy people. I don't know if that's Edgar Omi in the chat room, but if that's Edgar Omi in the chat room, another man, there's officially the same, goes the same. I can't tell you that. If he was a super nice guy, I don't even know if he'd have a ranch. I can't go to Chick-fil-A. Too many people are nice. I can't go to Disney World. Too many people are nice. This is why I like, if you go to the White House, they treat you like American. And a lot of people here in Europe, they can't come to America. People from Japan, they can't stand America. People from Japan come to America, they say, why are these people so rude? It's not that we're rude, it's that us Americans, we don't give a damn. We don't care. We treat you the same way you treat me. Same energy goes, right? That's how Americans are now. If anybody's from a different country, there's people from Cuba here that treat pretty much everybody nice, and then they get rude. Everybody has a different personality, but here in America, most of the time, we're not supposed to be smiley and nice. There's a place here in Florida, it's called Orlando. If you ever go to Orlando, be careful going to Orlando. There's tour spots around Orlando. They'll treat you like dirt. And I think that's amazing. But the cool part is they switch it up on you. If you ever go to those outlets by Orlando, or if you ever go to any of those places, they treat you like a goddamn king. They treat you like a king, like a queen. And then when the time comes down, for them to finally say, you know what, I'm sick of this guy, they just treat you like dirt. And that's what it is. If you ever come to Florida, that's just what it is. You got a lot of sneakies out here. Now, why am I saying that? Well, because there's a war going on currently in two countries. I know you guys don't want to hear it, but the truth is you're going to have to hear it somewhere. Might as well hear it here in YouTube while drinking some whiskey. While I have a bird on the stream, on the Weber, yes? I should be taking off that. I should be taking off that bird any minute. I'm going to take the bird off any minute before I even talk anymore. Let's drink this up. Cheers to all of you in the chat room. This whiskey is really strong. Whatever I'm drinking right now, I had some what is it called? Pickled, I had some small little pickles. I forgot what they're called. I know Edgar Romeo knows what they're called. I forgot what they're called. It's my favorite pickle. I used to have them on the stream sometimes. Little baby little things. Jenkin pickles. It's small little baby pickles. And my mouth is still has a little bit of a sourness in it. Now, for any of you that review whiskeys, if you ever want to try to review whiskeys around your friends, don't eat Taco Bell. Don't eat spicy food. Don't go eat Chinese food and putting some spicy sauce. Don't go to Indian place. If you go to Indian place, some of these whiskeys they're not gonna go good. As a matter of fact, they might go good. They might clean you out. But the point of the matter is, if you have something spicy before having any of these whiskeys, some of those spices and those the kick, any kind of maybe nutmeg. If you have nutmeg in the whiskey, any pepper, any chili, anything that goes and gets enhanced with a little bit of spiciness can ruin your whiskey experience just drinking it. So right now, currently, I think I'm ruining my experience right now with the Peerless. Ooh, it's getting a little bit it's going into my teeth. Holy Lord. I can't eat, by the way, just so you guys, I can't walk and I can't eat. What the hell's going on with me? I can't walk and I can't eat. Man, I had so many people messaging me. You know, for anybody you message, I really appreciate you guys messaging me, but it's too much. I want to be messaged. Let me drink this up. Oh, that's so good. It's getting a little bit better now. I'm gonna drink the Booker's right now, and then we're gonna take out that chicken. We're gonna take that bird out. Let's drink the rest of this, and I'm gonna pour myself some Booker's. Hopefully, I can get off this wheelchair I'm on. I'm on a wheelchair. Holy Lord. I'm on a wheelchair. Let's drink this up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up. Amy's like, let me see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up. Let me see if I can get up. If I can't get up, we're going to be stuck here forever. We're going to be stuck here forever if I can't get up. Here we go. Let me try it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can get up. Uh-oh. This is no good. Oh, shit. I don't even know if I can walk right now. Give me a second. Let me see if I can walk. I don't know if I'm gonna have to take off that chicken. Oh man. Let me see. Give me a second. Oof. Oh man. We should be good. Oh man, I cannot walk. Let's see who was in the chat room. Shout out to April Farm Kitty. Shout out to Farm Kitty. Shout out to Instant. Shout out to David. Good to see David. And also, Ruthless. Ruthless was here earlier. Good to see Ruthless. Good to see any new member in the chat room, Ryan. Good to see. Good to see Against. Good to see Against. Let me see who else. F95 Felix. Good to see you, F95 Felix. Don't forget to subscribe and always don't forget to be part of the membership club, right? Let me see who else. Leo Martinez. Good to see Leo Martinez. Good to see Leo Martinez. Here we go. There we go. That wasn't what I was gonna do. Good to see Andres. Andres. Good to see Andres. Here we go. Bookers. Good to see Andres. I think the name Andres. I had a best friend called Andres. You want to hear the story about my friend Andres? Good to see. Good to see Bob Loves Whiskey. By the way, somebody said Bob Loves Whiskey says it looks great. As a matter of fact, it's straight dookie. Straight dookie. Point of the matter is, let me tell you a story about my friend named Andres. It's just one rememberable story. First off, the name Andres is very legendary because I don't like using that word, but it's very, what's the word? It's the word when you go back in time to have memories, right? When I was a kid, I learned how to ride a bike as a kid with a guy with another kid named Andres. And Andres, he was Colombian. His Colombian family was weird, man. I'm an American, so it was the first Colombian family I ever met in my life. Man, they were weird. Weird as heck, man. Weird as heck. I think the mother would walk around sometimes naked. I don't know how the hell she walked around naked around me, now that I'm thinking about it. The father sometimes would walk around without a shirt. I didn't find that to be any no red signs there, no red signs, but she would sometimes be naked, and I don't know, man. I thought that was part of the culture as a kid. I can't tell you how old I was because if anybody was to answer that question, I couldn't even answer myself when I learned how to ride a bike. It was very young. Point of the matter is, his name was Andres. He came from Colombia. And the weirdest thing other than all the other weird things, weirdest thing that he did, I'll never forget to this day. Decades have gone by. And I'll still never forget. They officially ended up we were about to leave to the park. And mind you, these Colombians were very cheap. They never wanted to take me to a movie. They wanted to take me to free matches. Free soccer matches. I don't want to see no soccer, man. I'm an American. I want to go to a baseball game or a football game or a hockey game. I'm an American. Soccer here is nothing. We don't give a damn about soccer. For some of you don't know, we don't give a dang about soccer. And for some of you that are in Europe and watching, you guys are like, what do you mean? What is soccer? They call it soccer. No, it's football. Whatever. Point of the matter is, we don't give a damn about no football here in America. All right? Just like some people out there, they give a damn about their cheese in France. Well, guess what? We don't give a damn about football. All right? No soccer here. We don't give a damn about cricket, football, or rugby. And polo. Polo. A lot of people play polo down here in the rich areas. I used to live by the polo club, but I don't even give a damn about the polo club. Yes, the people that wear polo, you wear Polo Ralph Lauren, and they think it's a logo. It's actually a sport, you son of a gun. Anyways, the point of the matter is, go back to the story. If you could do me a favor, because you like the story so far, hit that like button. I know a lot of people have tuned in to see what I have to say about Colombia. I'm going to say a horrible thing about Colombia because they're really weird. Anyways, the point of the matter is, hit that like button if you like the story so far. Let's drink this up. So, anyways, they weren't broke. They had a house. I can't tell you enough. They had a house and they had Mercedes. They had money. They were just cheap. Point of the matter is, one day we're about to go to the park because there was a match. Apparently, the fake Messi was at the match when I was a kid. I don't even know who it was. Point of the matter is, as we're walking out the door, I won't forget it. I won't forget any moment. Arepas, they could throw their arepas in their heads, man. Use it as a wig. Point of the matter is, I'm walking out the door, and my friend in dress goes, mind you, we're kids. You want? Well, what do you mean? Well, I want what? You want? I'm like, what is that, a mango? He goes, a mango. Yeah. Well, I grab the mango, I'm like, yeah. And then I start opening the door to go back inside because I need to get a knife, like a plastic knife and a spoon, right? Plastic knife and a spoon is what I need. He goes, what are you doing? I'm like, I can't. You're giving me a mango. Yeah, it's for us. I'm like, man, what the hell is he saying, us? All of a sudden, his mother got the damn mango. She got it. She got the mango and she bit into it. She bit into the damn mango with the skin. With the skin. I said, man, this is some Men in Black. This is some Men in Black shit, man. What the hell is this? These people are aliens. Aliens. I never forget the first day I heard the word aliens on TV on the Fox News. I thought it was them. We got illegal aliens. I thought it was them. The point of the matter is, she bit into the mango with the peel. I'm like, I won't forget. I had to clean my eyes real quick. I thought she was eating an apple. I thought Andres tricked me, and I said, Andres, please tell me that. Please tell me that it's an apple. No, it's a mango. I gave it to you, but she took it from you. I'm like, yeah. She took it from me, and then all of a sudden the father, grabs a mango, and he bites into it too. He just bites into it. Man, when I saw that, I said, these people are weird as hell. I don't want to go into the car, but what am I going to do? I'm going to walk to the park. I don't even have a cell phone. What am I going to ask them for their cell phone and say, can you guys give me a second? I need to call somebody, please. I don't want you guys to hear. Can you guys go back inside the house? Like, I can't do that. Can't do that. So I'm in the point that I'm in the car. His little brother's weird. His little brother's Sebastian. Another one. Bunch of mocos. He got a bunch of mocos in his nose. If you guys know what mocos is, look it up. Oh, moco head. That's what I called him. Moco head. Just every time I got moco head. And Andres sat next to me with the mango. Mango was bitten like I don't know how many times. It was like 6 or 7 bites on the mango. The thing was holding on to dear life. He's holding it with his goddamn bare hands. Like if I'm a villager. I'm an American. He gives it to me one more. He tries to give it to me. I go, hey, you want the last bite? What do you mean the last bite? There's no more meat on that mango. No more meat in the mango. He goes, are you sure? I'm sure. He got the top of the mango where the top of the mango has like a brown part. You don't eat that part. You cut it off. He flicked it and he bit the last piece in the top. The part that hangs. I said, man, you are something. I won't forget it. I said, man, you're weird as heck. Remind me next week in class not to be next to you. Man, what a weirdo. Point of the matter is I was his friend for a long time. And it was just, I don't know, man. Cultures are weird. Some cultures are weird. I don't know. You ever met any Colombians out there? Any Colombians out there that say, hey, man, we're about to cook some sausages. And the sausages they gave you are like huge, big sausage. It ever happens? Like it fills a whole plate. You're like, dude, what is this? This is not a sausage, man. This is a monstrosity. It's taken over the whole plate. It's bigger than my steak. Yeah, but this is how we eat it here in Colombia. I'm not in Colombia, man. How about you give me like a regular one? How about you tell my mother? Woo, tell my mother. Woo, tell me, yeah, tell my mother, hey, you can't eat that. Oof. Yeah, let me tell her so that she doesn't do my homework anymore. I don't think I'm gonna tell her. I'll never forget that. I've always respected parents, and there's only one reason why I respected them when I was younger. They would do all the projects. When I was a kid, all of these parents would always do all the kids' project because they wanted the kids to pass. And I knew, in fact, I could do that. I just don't want to do it. And that's just what it is. All the parents would do it. There was one day they did a project. I was in the Colombian household there. Mind you, again, I didn't want to do the project with the weirdo dress. I didn't want to do the project with the weirdo dress. So the next thing you know it, we're sitting down in the table. This table we're talking about, there's so many fruits in the middle of the table. One of them is a mango, and I never even told my mother. Never even told my mother that mango traumatized me. They eat mangoes out here. They eat it from the top to the head to the bottom. Let's drink a sip. Cheers, all of you. And then I found out Cubans eat bananas with their meat. Oh man, that was a weird thing. But anyways, the point of the matter is, I remember one time we were in the table and I'm the genius, right? I'm the genius. I think I'm smarter than all three of them, the two women and him. This was when I was a kid, and we're just sitting at the table trying to think. The two women thought of the most stupidest. My mother and his mother thought of the most stupidest ideas. I remember telling him that idea is so dumb to do a project for a kid. They'll think we're little girls doing that. It was something dumb. It was something so stupid. We would have gotten an F. Might as well not turn anything in. So I thought of the idea of doing cereal. Different kind of cereal, and that's what it was. We did a presentation of cereal, the box of cereal. That's the presentation we did, and we put it out there, yes, and we ended up getting a passing grade. I think I passed fifth grade, I think it was, or fourth grade. I don't remember how old I was, man. I could have been in first grade riding my bike. I won't even remember. I don't remember what year, but I do know how it happened. Anyways, the point of the matter is, for some of you that tuned in, this is garbage. This is trash. If you don't believe it, well, you're going to have to go watch the stream. Point of the matter is, we'll talk more about stuff. Some of you know that we have 0 super chats on the stream. 0 super chats. Let's take this bird out. All right, so I caught a bird. And we have him in here. I hope the bird is okay. I hope the bird's okay. Woo. I hope the bird's okay. I think it is. Oof. Uh-oh. I think the bird's okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wow, wow, wee, wah. Wow, wow, wee, wah. Look at the bottom. Wow, wow, wee, wah. Dang. This thing is beautiful. It looks good, looks good. By the way, I slapped it up and then the skin came off. All right, for some of you asking, any of you wondering, I slapped it up. I got so sick of it. It was trying to fly out, I just hit it. And I ended up getting that little opening. Point of the matter, if you want juicy chicken, you honestly, you gotta make sure to put the water in here. That's how you keep your chicken nice and moist. Now, your chicken could look dark and danky. But it ain't if you have water in there. All right, I teach you guys. This is a show. This is a main show. I teach you on these shows. Who do you know that teaches you how to do some good chicken? Who do you know? Nobody. Not even your father taught you how to cook some chicken. You think my father taught me how to cook chicken? I just didn't ask. I didn't ask. Because I usually don't ask other men. Then I have one thing against me. I usually never ask men. They have one thing against me. That's not a thing for me to do. I never really ask. I remember the last time I asked a dude. Oh, as a matter of fact, I remember my motorcycle. I asked one of my best friends to do my tail light. I remember that. I said, dude, I'll give you $100. He goes, all right. I go, you're never going to talk about this. All right. Anyways, the point of the matter is, look, it's looking beautiful. It's looking really nice. Nice and juicy. Nice and beautiful. Ho! We got a super chat from Ryan Quinn. Ryan Quinn, man, thank you so much, Ryan Quinn. He says, thanks for the lesson, Reaper. I taught Ryan Quinn how to do an easy recipe, and this goes for all of you men. Ryan Quinn, thank you so much for the $20. You have no idea how much money that is. It's a lot of money. That's like $50. He just sent 20 pounds. You guys know in America, that's like $50. Ryan Quinn, thank you so much. Huge appreciation of Ryan Quinn. Now, Ryan Quinn, all of you, man, you learned a little bit of how to eat, okay? I'm going to also say for all of you men out here, this can last you a whole 24 hours. You can have it right now for dinner. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. This has 2 drums, 2 wings. It has some breast, thighs, 2 thighs, and also has a good amount of meat. All right, this is loaded up with all the protein you need. If you're a bodybuilder, this is something you probably will really like. You should like it a lot. Again, I'm going to say this. You got to season it right. Ryan Quinn, he was part of the stream earlier. If you have seen the double stream today, yes, if you've seen the double stream today, we did a double stream. This is not a turkey, by the way, instant. This is a chicken. It's a chicken. I'm not going to make the chicken sound because it's just not what I'm going to do. But this is a chicken, and hours-wise on this one. About 2 hours on this one, slow and steady. I did put a little bit of wood on here, but I barely put any because I barely had any. But I'm going to say this for a lot of you. Let's drink this up. Cheers to all of you. What was the story I was talking about? Let's drink this up. I'm not a fan of this. Not a fan of this. So what we used on this chicken, we used 2 different things. We used first the Cosmo SPG. You're probably wondering what SPG is. It's simple: salt, pepper, and garlic. That's what SPG stands for. Cosmo seasoning. So you're going to wrap it around, put it inside. One of the main things you need to do with the chicken, and if you didn't notice the stream earlier, you had to put it inside. So Ryan Quinn, thank you so much for the super chat. You got to put a lot of it inside. It's going to coat the inside of the walls, right? You want to make sure those walls are coated. After that, you could go a little bit heavy on the outside with the regular Cosmo cow cover. Let me just say this. Just because it says cow cover doesn't mean that you can't use it for chicken. I use it for chicken. Anything that has seasoning that says for meat, you could also use for chicken. Unless it's a heavy seasoning that really you could tell that it has almost like too much seasoning, too much for your chicken, then don't use it. But you can use any seasoning that goes for meat. Just know how to use it, and remember, if it has paprika, brown sugar. Now you see this black? I'm going to show Ryan Quinn for the super chat. He's the one that sends super chat. So Ryan Quinn over here, let me just say this. By the way, I'm going to say this. By the way, I'm going to just say this. Man, I don't know if we got $30 on the stream right now, right, Quinn? Dang, that's crazy. Anyways, the point of the matter is, look, you see this brown over here. All right, so this black and brown. So this brown is where all the this is where we didn't have brown sugar. Now the seasoning, I believe, has brown sugar, and that's where we have all these black spots. The black spots are literally the brown sugar. If you overburn that brown sugar, it will get nice and black. Also, a cool thing, Leo Martinez says, you could also cut this up. You could cut this up, and you could shred this. When I mean, like, this comes off, look at this thing. Ooh, look at juicy. Dang. Anyways, it's so juicy. You could cut this in the middle. You could cut your pieces. You could take the meat out if you want to. You could put it in tacos. Yes, you could put it in tacos. It's a beautiful thing if you put it in tacos. You could do anything with this. You could put it in a bowl. You could put this in your Caesar salad. I don't recommend Caesar salad. I noticed that some of you don't know, but I kind of stopped having lettuce. I stopped eating lettuce. Lettuce was affecting me, and I'm starting to think that Bill Gates has something to do with it. I don't know. I'm just saying. Every time I had lettuce, I don't know. Every time I had lettuce, I went to the bathroom. I was thinking Bill Gates. Bill Gates is all I was thinking. And Bill Gates is screwing me. Oof, Bill Gates is screwing me. Point of the matter is, we did have a story that I needed to say, but I completely forgot. If you guys remember, I'll bring it up. If you guys are looking at this beautifully, it is a beautiful piece of chicken. Now, how much does this chicken cost me? $13 it cost me. Inexpensive. Very nice. If Ryan Quinn remembers what it is or if anybody remembers what story I was going to say, I keep on singing. Let's drink this up. Okay, this over here, my recommendation for all of you, if you ever see the master distiller, if you ever go to the distillery, tell the master distiller to stop mixing and blending so many warehouses, because this is why Booker stinks. Tell him to stop blending like 25, 14 warehouses, because we're wasting our time, he's wasting our YouTube time, he's wasting our reviews. This stuff stinks because there's too many blends in these whiskeys. I don't know what kind of potion he's trying to get at, but this is god dang awful. It's god dang awful. Man, that's awful. You know what's good? It's so sad. This is a $30 whiskey. This is better than the Booker's, and I paid $100 and some. What would I tell you guys I paid? I don't even remember. This is $30. And this, my friends, oh my Lord, this is better than the whiskey that you just saw. All right, this is better. Oh, here, somebody says the 90s in New York. I would never. My grandfather told me about the mafia back in the days. In the 70s, in the 70s, in the 50s, he told me the stories in the 50s. He met some of the mob bosses. I don't think you guys want to hear that story. There was one gangster in New York. He almost worked around Rockefeller. One gangster there. They called him the Mouse. They called him the Mouse. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you can Google it up. You know what I'm talking about. It's very, I didn't even want to say who it is. Point of the matter is, let's drink this up. Cheers to all of you. Cheers to all of you. Let's drink this up. Here goes. Let's drink this up. By the way, I'm going to say this. This is really good. Somebody said, Kamadi. Kind of my day. You know what? I can't walk, so some of you should appreciate that. I'm Ryan Quinn. Will I recommend this over Booker's? Rockefeller. I recommend this over Booker's, yes. But I'm going to do it now just so you guys see it, okay? So, before anything, let's drink a little bit of water. Oh, real nice. Real nice. Here we go. Let's drink this up. That's an excellent whiskey. That's a whiskey that I'd rather buy 10 times over than the Booker's I just had. Here we go. For some of you that don't know what a Booker's is, we'll put it on the stream. It's over here. My friends, do not buy this one. 202502. This is in the pond batch. If you see anybody say in the pond batch is good, you might want to unsubscribe from them. It's not good at all. But this is really, really good. $30. $30 really good. $30 really good. By the way, Ryan Quinn, thank you so much for the super chat. And also, I'm going to also say, we're going to do a Stogie review tomorrow. I have the strongest, most potent AJ Fernandez, a Stogie inside the house. We're going to do it tomorrow. Ooh, I'm starting to actually, what's the words that I can use? There's certain appreciations that I'm starting to have for AJ Fernandez and his blends. A little appreciation, mainly because of the price. We'll talk about that tomorrow on the stream. Every time I talk about a story, a lot of people show up. What was the last thing I was saying? I was saying something about the Colombian family, and then I was talking about, the Cubans. The Cubans. I remember when I was younger, somebody put a banana on my plate. They put a banana on my plate with some meat and rice and avocado. I told them, take the banana out of my plate. What do I look like? This is weird. And I remember for a long time, I never had a banana in my plate. All right, we're talking about regular plantain. We're not talking about plantains. Plantains are plantains. I said, where's the plantains? I don't want this regular banana on my plate. Where's the plantains? I don't want the regular banana on my plate. It was a long time as a kid and growing up, even as a teenager, that I just said, don't get that banana out of my plate. Give me tostone or plantains. I don't want no freaking sweet little banana you get from the market that the little kids be sucking up and the women be biting. I don't want that. And I remember there was one time that my life changed. Picadillo, if you ever had Picadillo. You ever had Picadillo? How many of you know what Picadillo is? If you don't know what Picadillo is, it's ground beef. But as in Miami, if the ground beef doesn't have olives, you get the hell out of my house. If the ground beef, so for some people, if the ground beef has raisins, get the hell out of my phone. Delete. That's how some people are, right? And as a kid, I remember as a kid, let's drink this up. Let's drink this up. It's New Riff, single barrel, bourbon. And this is 109 proof. And it was, as a kid, I remember one time I was super tired. I always used to tell my parents, I came back from 2 baseball games. I played for two baseball teams because I was a stud. Remember one time, one of my teammates came up to me. My teammate and his brother. They were connected to A-Rod and Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter and A-Rod. They were connected to them. Alexander Rodriguez, A-Rod, which he lives here in Miami. He sponsored my team, and I would get special cleats with my name. I would get special cleats with my number of my team. Number of my jersey. And we would have a special jersey. I remember one time they made us a Texas jersey that it was specially Texas. I'll never forget it. The cleats were all blue. It was so beautiful. I remember when I was getting the box. I opened the box. I read the message. It was from AJ. Oh, why did I say AJ? A-Rod. It was from A-Rod. Alexander Rodriguez, a baseball player from the Yankees. Anyways, the point of the matter is, why am I saying that story? Anyways, the two teammates that I had, they walked up to me one day. They asked me if I beat my meat. Never forget it. I go, dude, how the hell you asking me that right here in front of everybody? Do I beat my meat? And this was a long time ago as a kid. These are things that you just saying. Come on, man. All right? So anyways, second question was, hey man, you know you're a stud? The whole day I didn't even know what the hell that was. This was when I was younger. Didn't know what the hell a stud was because I just didn't give a damn. Long time ago, right? Didn't know what the hell a stud was. Don't know what a stud was. So I started asking some of my other teammates, you know what a stud was? Man, you a stud. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm gonna ask these guys. I go, yo, Roger. Roger, can you let me know? I need to know now. Tell me. You're a stud. You're a stud. It means like you're the best. Like you're the guy. I never forget that. You're the guy. I know I'm the guy. But why do they call it a stud? And ever since that day, I would always think of the word stud when everybody used the word stud. I remember I used to play against some crazy celebrity sons and I was going to say daughters. I did date a couple of daughters, celebrity daughters, but point of the matter is, I was playing against some of the more Major League Baseball player celebrity sons. And to be called a stud is a little bit, it's like I kind of know, and you kind of forget. You kind of forget when you're involved in something. You kind of forget if you're really good at something. You just don't give it. You don't care. You don't care the people around you. I don't know if any of you have ever gotten in that position. If you're the best at something, I'm usually the best at what I can do. Hopefully, it stays like that forever. But usually you don't really pay attention to anybody. The only one you pay attention to is somebody who's trying to be better than you. And usually you can tell because they hit a bomb over your head. You throw that curve and they hit that ball. You're like, wait, who the hell's this guy? You throw the biggest slider ever in your life and the guy he knocks it out of the goddamn park. Then you kind of like, who is this guy? It's Shohei Ohtani. It's Shohei Ohtani. My favorite baseball player used to be Gary Sheffield. Remember one day, this is a story, random story. While my chicken gets a little bit nice and all the juices start flowing. Random story. I used to ask my father, hey, does Gary Sheffield have a daughter? No. Does he have a son? I don't know. My father doesn't know shit. Never. Whenever I ask somebody and they don't know, I usually mentally I'm like, man, you don't know nothing. If I have to Google it, you don't know nothing. Point of the matter is, I remember asking about Gary Sheffield because He was my favorite baseball player batting. There's a way that he would bat, and I used to do the same thing. I used to do the same thing. But here's the thing. When the Marlins coach, I was coached by the Marlins. Yes, I was coached by the Marlins batting coach and the pitching coach. I was coached by the same dude that did the Marlins back in the day with Conan. Conan was part of the Marlins when they went to the World Series. The only time the Marlins went to the World Series, right? I was literally coached by him, by the man himself, right? So he told me, Gary Sheffield, you shouldn't be using Gary Sheffield's swing on. What are you talking about? Look how you weigh. You don't weigh as much as him. You don't have that. You have a good swinging. You're powerful, but you're not as powerful as Gary Sheffield. So stop moving the bat like that. Why? Because every time you move it like that, the pitcher knows when you're moving it, and he throws the ball as soon as you're like this, so that when you're swinging, you're gonna get a foul ball. You're gonna strike out. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. I started doing it slower. But it was a trend. All of the teams started doing the same thing. They would move their bats just like Gary Sheffield. This is a thing that Miami did. Now, I don't know if there's any other state that did that. It's only Miami. Miami, all the teams, all the kids would always try to do their bat like that. It's just a thing. And I do know that Mark McGwire back in the days, he would go like that, softly. Gary Sheffield like this. And then Ken Griffey Jr., he would have his bat in the back like that or something like that. Bat in the back like that. Sammy Sosa would have his bat like this, like that, like forward. I don't know what the hell's wrong with that guy. He turned into the, what's his name? What's his name? Sammy Sosa ended up being wide. He came out of the closet, he ended up being wide. That's crazy. That's crazy. I used to bat like Julio Fernandez. Wait, I used to bat like Julio Fernandez. I'm thinking about Christian Castro when you said that. One of our ranchers says, Christian Castro. I told you the story about Christian Castro, haven't I? I'm not going to repeat it again. But Christian Castro's wife wanted to suck me up. And this isn't like a Slurpee suck up. This is not like go to 7-Eleven, Reaper, go get me a Slurpee, suck up. No. Christian Castro, the singer, his wife wanted to suck me up, man. I won't ever forget it, but that's another day. That's a different story. Point of the matter is, what am I drinking? I'm drinking this. All right, shout out to AM. Let's drink this over here. Old Fitzgerald, Bottom Bond. She was pretty too. She was pretty. But I figured out she was crazy. She was crazy, man. Man, that lady was crazy. Crazy. Sammy Sosa. Ooh. Yeah, Sammy Sosa ended up turning out to be Caucasian. Damn. How do you come from an island and decide, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Caucasian? We're talking about that. That's a good thing that I say that. Caucasian. It's a good thing I say that. Somebody said that, Caucasian. We're talking about the war, right? Let's talk about the war real quick. And just for some of you to know, have a little bit of perspective of American that I am. In school, even in college, any school that you go to, they usually give you a paper in the USA. If you live in Italy or France, bonjour, merci, beaucoup. In France, you know goddamn well you're not Caucasian, you're Italian. If you're living in Italy, mi amore, ciao ciao, mi amore. Look, man, you Italian. There's no paper in school in Italy that they give you. Oh, you scratch it off. Are you Indian? Are you scratching off? Are you Caucasian? Are you Hispanic? Are you black? Are you purple? Are you Michael Jackson? In Italy and these other countries, they don't, like, it's literally a country, like, they don't make you sign anything. They don't make you, when you go to school, you know, put a whole check mark. But in the USA, shout out to the USA. Shout out to the USA. In the USA, if you're brown, you're Mexican. That's what it was. And it's always been like that. It's still like that, I think, right now. The people around the world that come over here, Europe, they come to America, they, oh, you're brown, you're Mexican. Man, these people, what the hell? You go to school, right? You go to school and one of the always, oh, you're brown, you're Mexican. Son of a gun. I can't be Haitian? What do you mean? I'm brown. I can't be like from like India? I can't be from London or something? Why does the color of my skin make a difference? Point of matter, in school in America, they would give you a piece of paper. And ever since I was in first grade, I'm no goddamn idiot. Ever since I was in first grade, I already knew I was a smart genius. They would give me a piece of paper. The parents never knew this, but they gave me a piece of paper, and all the kids used to get a piece of paper. In that piece of paper, there was either you're Hispanic, you're from Alaska or something, or Caucasian, you're either Indian, you're, Asian. They would give you a line of different things that you could scratch off. And I knew that when I was in first grade, I've seen movies. I've seen movies with Rocky Balboa. I've seen movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've seen movies. Well, I've seen movies with Tom Cruise, right? Tom Cruise, remember Tom Cruise? Remember Tom Cruise in that movie? Show me the money. Remember that movie? You guys remember that movie, remember? What was it called? McGuire or something. I forgot what it was called. Forgot what it's called. It ain't Mark McGuire. It was something McGuire. Tom Cruise was there. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. I won't forget. One of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. I was in the movie theater and they had to cover my eyes when they were having SEX on the bookshelf. They were having SEX and they had to cover my eyes. I put my eyes through that little that hole in the hat. That hole I would see. I would look. I was like, damn, I got to see this part. I would have to see it. Somebody says there, Jerry. There we go. Jerry Maguire. There you go. That's a hell of a movie. It's a hell of a movie. They had to cover my eyes with my hat. They took off my hat in the movie theaters. They had to cover my eyes, and I would always look in. This is the part with the titties. I go look, and I would look. I would always find it. Point of the matter is, look, the movie just shows. It shows that the color of your skin makes a difference here in America. It's how they can market you. And I knew that from the point that I was in first grade. When I was in first grade, I would click and check mark Caucasian. Every time I would check mark Caucasian. Always check mark Caucasian. All right, that's just what it is. All right, just what it is. I would always check mark Caucasian. And the reason why is because Caucasian is like you're white. To me, in America, the most dominating thing in America, the most, like, you ask anybody, hey, where are you from? You white? Ooh, all right, you cool, all right, you cool. There's no questions. Once you start putting Hispanic, wait a minute, you're Hispanic, where you from? What island you from? When you just came, when you put Asian, they start making fun of you. If you put like, this was back in the days, I don't know how it is now in school. When you put like mix, then they start saying, ooh, you're from, you're France and Africa, you mix. Anything you put, if it's not Caucasian, you get scoped out by the teacher. And this is a thing, I don't know if it's still happening, but I'm a goddamn born in America and I'm American. I don't know any other way. I'm just I know how to mingle with everybody because I know how everybody is. All my life I've been like that. But I do know in first grade that was a thing. They would pass out a piece of paper and you would do it. Why am I saying this? Somebody said Caucasian in the chat room, and I thought I'd bring that up. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because we're still in the concentration of the title, on this title on the stream. Is the world going to end? Is war? Are we going to go to war? Are we going to go to war? That is the title. It is the title of the stream. Okay? And the title of the stream is what it is. And if I could tell you something, listen to me clearly. Okay? Listen to me before anything. Let me drink this up. What am I drinking? I think I'm drinking Old Fitzgerald or no, wait. What is this? Let me see. That's single barrel. That's New Riff single barrel. That's good. Man, that's good. That's really good. Let me see what time it is before anything. A Ripper Crew, you know what time it is. Good. See the time? Somebody said it's so wide you can see their arteries. God dang. Casper, the friendly ghost. I used to call my cousin Casper. He lives in Wisconsin. And he, like, I don't know if you can see, right here you see the vein because I'm white. His whole body would be like that. It was like they took him out of a laboratory. He was so white. He was so white. I would always ask him, why the hell can I see the veins? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with this drink? God, I can't get a tan. I go, what do you mean you can't get a tan? Every time I get a tan, I turn into a lobster. Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest going to the beach. Let's drink this up. Before I talk about this next thing, it's about the title of the stream. The title of the stream is exactly what you saw. We headed to a war? We're going to talk about it now. You guys can add your comments in the chat room. We don't really, what's the word? I respect everybody's comment. You have your own opinion, I respect it. Currently in the situation we have is, we have two countries. Two countries. We have Israel and Iran. Israel and Iran, they've always been trying to dominate each other. I tell myself sometimes, if there isn't religion in this world, would there be fights? And I think there would be fights. There would be fights. Why would there be fights if there would be no religion? Because the world would be chaos. Nobody would follow rules. Only reason why people follow rules is because they're religion. People are scared of the afterlife and going to hell. And that's really one of the ways to really hold some of these people accountable. And that's why a lot of bad people tend to look into getting into religion. Because religion saves them. That's my personal opinion. Again, over here, April says, hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe. Get that membership if you haven't. Why would you love your Reaper crew? Number one. Thank you so much, April. She's been a member for 10 months. We've officially got memberships for 10 months. 2 more months and we're going to be on the year. 2 more months and we're going to be a year into this live stream. That's freaking amazing. 2 more months and we're going to be a whole, by the way, I'm going to put this, by the way, I think, let me see this turkey. Oh my Lord, this turkey's still hot. This turkey's still hot. This turkey is still hot. Let me put it in my microwave so it stays a little bit hot. I'm going to put this in my microwave. Woo! I can't. I can't walk right now. Ooh, can't walk. I cannot walk right now. I'm honestly, I'm hurting real bad. But men don't talk about how they hurting. If you ever see a man talk about how he's hurting, he really needs to go to the ER. You say that's what it is. Anyways, the point of the matter is, what was I just talking about? The war, yes? There's a war between two countries, and it's always been about religion. And it's understandable. There's two countries that are next to each other, and one wants to dominate the other one because it's just in the way. We get it. But we have to say this. We have one president. His name is Donald Trump. Donald Trump has a key to everything. He has a key to information. He has a key to literally do whatever he wants to. He has a key to manipulate the situation to make it happen. He has a key to make a deal. He has a key of everything. The USA, yes, we're the strongest country in the world for a reason. Our Air Force is the biggest Air Force ever created in human, yes, in the human, what's the word? The age of humans, right? Age of humans. You know what? That doesn't sound right. USA officially has the biggest Air Force in the world. What's the difference? Well, let's say this, almost double of some of the countries. We have almost 14,000 jets ready. 14,000, while some other countries have less than 2,000, less than 4,000, less than 6,000, right? The point of the matter is, why am I saying this? Is because, let's say this, just a little thing, because somebody asked me recently, they go, who do you support? And personally, I support the American way. Whatever America decides on this, I'm going to have to support. Okay? I'm going to have to support. We're also going to say one thing, another thing, too. If you had, this is the thing that some of you need to know. If you were president, this goes for the ladies that shouldn't be commenting to this. But you can comment if you're a woman. I don't think we're ever going to have a woman president in a lifetime. Too emotional. You can't say to a woman, see you later. Because they're gonna think 5 different things when he says see you later. Because he doesn't want to see you. See you later because like he's gonna see you like later. Or see you later because like he's never gonna come, like you're never gonna see you. Which one is it? And then women overthink. They have like, I don't know what's wrong with their head. Women overthink. If you're born a woman, you just overthink. It's what it is. You have more compassion. You could be a nurse. You could be a doctor. Being a president or a leader of the USA isn't a thing that I would recommend any woman to do. But you never know in the future, right? You never know in the future. The point of the matter is, what I'm saying is, if Donald Trump had, and I'm not going to say Donald Trump. I'm going to say all of you. Here we go. I'm going to give it to all of you. If you had information that there was a country that had war weapons, right? If you had information, 100% legit, 200%, 100% legit information, that there was a country that had lethal weapons that could blow up all over the country and they're going to do it very soon, would you intervene to save people? Would you intervene to save people if you're the most powerful leader in the world? Would you stop it from happening? And that's something I need you guys to realize. Our country is the strongest. Do we have the power to stop something that's going to happen 100%? If you know something's going to happen 100%, will you stop it? And you could think about that. Go to sleep thinking about that. If you're the president, think about that. Would you stop it? Would you stop a huge situation from happening that can happen? Right? Over here, those are lies, Reaper. Don't believe the propaganda. Don't believe the propaganda. I'm going to say I don't like both countries. I just don't. I don't like both countries, but I'm just going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. Okay, I'm just going to give you that. If you officially were, false flags, Edgar Romeo says, if you were given the idea that it's officially 100%, somebody's going to nuke somebody, would you stop it? And I think that's what Donald Trump is having to deal with. I think that's what Donald Trump has to deal with. I do know many of you have been watching the news and all this and that, back and forth, back and forth. It has affected the stock market. It has affected cryptocurrency. It has affected everything. Oil prices supposedly are supposed to skyrocket, right? Gold is supposed to skyrocket soon. That's what it is, right? Point of the matter is, what would you do in those situations? And what would you do if there was no religion? If there was no religion, would we be talking about this? I don't know. I personally think that if there was no religion, they would have probably bombed them a long time ago. Everybody would be bombing everybody. Everybody would be walking around with a sword if there was no religion. We'd be back in the days, like back in the days where, man, what is that guy that used to ride that horse, Alexander the Great? What is his name? Alexander the Great. Riding around the horse all the time, chopping heads. Right? That's what it'd be, right? We went from savages to a little bit different of a world now. But yes, I kind of feel religion does hold a lot of people back from doing bad things. I will say that. I personally think so. Over here, R.I.P. from Redstone. I don't know what she says in the chat room. But I do know for some of you, let me drink this up. This is Old Fitzgerald 7 year. Shout out to Edgar Romeo. And today, I'm going to say this, Ryan Quinn. Cheers to Ryan Quinn. He sent a big pound super chat, $30 basically. Almost like $50. Let's drink this up. I think, personally, I don't like the two countries, but if you have to deal with them, you have to deal with them. That's my personal opinion. When you go to the office, there's always going to be two people you don't like. When you go to school, there's always going to be two people you like. What are you going to do? If the two people you don't like are just there and they're just going to do something crazy, are you just going to skip school? Or are you going to be the hero and just show up? What are you going to do? That's the world we live in right now, okay? That's the world we live in right now. Can't stand the two countries, but what you going to do, man? Somebody got to step in, right? Somebody got to step in. The point of the matter is, the good thing is, in Israel, in Iran, they don't eat mangoes. They don't eat mangoes with the goddamn skin. Not that I know. The good thing is those two countries also, they like to flaunt their wealth, okay, which to me is actually, it shows that if you flaunt your wealth, it just shows that you're a little bit what's the word? You take care of yourself a little bit. Unlike the Colombian family that I ran into a long time ago, they wanted to take me to their free, fake, messy football game. You can see the story earlier that I talked about. I'm going to also say this. Shout out to Chingon style. I don't know what Chingon. You see what I mean? We got chat room in here saying Chingon and La Verga. You would think the Mexicans, right? We don't have Mexicans in the chat room. We do. We got all type of cultures in the channel. We got Colombians, ooh, Argentinians, ooh, people from Europe, ooh, Italy, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Dominican, Cubans in the chat room. We got all of them. We got, I think, one Jewish person, Gringon. Somebody just called me a Gringon in the chat room. Dang. Point of the matter is, hey, I do have a mustache. Let's drink this up. Shout out to all of you. By the way, I learned a word today. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Chaparrita. Whenever I want to bother a woman, there's two words that I use. And for some of you men out here that want to learn, two Spanish women. You call them Mama Sota, Mama Sota. You call him that, Mama Sota, Mama Sota. What does that mean? It's just a woman with like big old everything, big old everything. When you ask a Mama Sota for dinner, she gives you a big plate of everything with some banana in it. Mama Sota, chaparrita. What is a chaparrita? A chaparrita is a very thin woman, delicate, dainty women, dainty, emotional, only fans, dainty, chaparrita. She rides a stallion, but the stallion pops her off the horse every now and then. Let's drink a sip. Old Fitzgerald, 7-year. Edgar Romeo says he's going to go train and he can have some queso later. Edgar Romeo, that's the way to live life. Train, my man, Edgar Romeo. Train and have some queso later. Ooh, some queso. Talking about queso, Mr. What's his name? Forgot his name. What's his name? Dave Portnoy. He went to Miami. There's a pizza place he went to, all cheese pizza. So for Edgar, after you train, you can go to this place, Miami Beach, North Miami Beach. He posted up in Barstool his one buy pizza. He gave it one of the best reviews, and the pizza place I think is called Mark Antisanis. I think it's something like that. It's in North Miami. He says it's a really good, and you know what? It's a 5-month-old pizza place. I do recommend many of you to go check it out if you ever come to Miami Beach, North Miami Beach, right? North Miami Beach. Go check it out. I want to have it this week. I want to go this week, but I know that line's going to be 2 hours. I know that line's going to be 2 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't hit that like button, hit that like button. Remember, we don't edit anything. I keep everything on here. And I did say that the two countries that are fighting each other, I don't like them. I just don't like them. I think one country is corrupt, and I think the other one is just trying to survive, but they're just bad people, right? They're just bad people. They're trying to survive, and they decide to be. They don't want to be natural selection, but they're turning into natural selection. Iran is turning into natural selection. Big time. You guys know what some of you don't know what natural selection is. What's natural selection? Is that what is that? Is that like reptile store lizard? No. So I'm gonna give you just an example. I saw a video yesterday. There was a kid yesterday. Well, the video that I saw online. The kid ended up growing up a moth. He found a moth, little cocoon moth. I don't even know if I have a cocoon moth here. Let me see if I can find a cocoon moth. I think I found one. It's like a cocoon, right? He found a cocoon. Anyways, throw this out. Hope it doesn't grow. Point of the matter is, a kid found the little cocoon. He grew it. It took him 54 days to grow out the cocoon for it to be a moth, and he grew the moth to be there. Goddamn, this thing was huge. This thing was so big that I don't even think the people in Thailand can eat that in the side streets. You know, the streets where they eat those street foods. It's so big that I don't think they would be able to serve that up to all those people from Thailand. Those lady boys. Point of the matter is, the tourists wouldn't buy that either. It's too big. That moth would be too big. It's huge. It's the size of maybe the biggest egg you've ever seen. So the kid ended up going to his balcony, and he lives like in a high rise, but he's not super high. He's like in third floor, and the kid in the video, his father wanted to do something nice for him, so recorded the kid releasing the moth out of the high rise, which was his three-story, right? Three-story, not too big, but the kid released it. He's like, oh, look, Dad, Billy, he flying, Billy flying, Billy flying. So the thing is flying, all right? Flying away. And all of a sudden, whop, whop. A goddamn crow just grabs it, and just throws it and tackles it like Warren Sapp tackling like Tom Brady. Boom, puts it on the floor. And the kid's like, Billy, no, Billy, no. And then the kid was so mad, he's like, go, Billy, get away, Billy. And the moth started like coming out of the bird's mouth and started fighting back. It's the first time he ever flew in his life. And he's flying and fighting back to the crow. And the bird's just getting him. He's grabbing him. Billy. All of a sudden, he starts flying away. But you know what? The bird gets him. He grabs him, holds it tight with a claw. The kid goes, Dad. I'm about to kick that bird, Dad. I'm about to kick that bird. Let me down there. Let's go down there, Dad. I'm about to kick that bird. Billy, they got Billy. I'm about to kick it. Let's go down there, Dad. And then the guy goes, all right, son, let's go downstairs. That was the last video. That's it. It was like 58 seconds. I thought it was such a good. I saw it two times. It was such a good video. Like, it just showed that, like, the father, like, he took his kid down there. He took his kid, it was 58 seconds on IG. It was a reel. He took his kid down there. I'm pretty sure the bird didn't get kicked in the head or anything. But the point of the matter is, why am I saying that? Natural selection, that's what it is. I kind of feel like the Iranians right now, they're kind of, it's looking horrible. It's looking horrible for them. But they're kind of looking like right now, natural selection. There's too much going on for that other country. And I'm going to say that other country, to me, I don't like it. Corruption, personally. I'm going to say just like Ukraine, I feel the same way. That's my personal opinion. You can say whatever you want to. If you're Jewish, my grandfather was Jewish. What am I going to have to say? I'm unbiased. There's nothing I can say. Like, I like the Jewish people, but sometimes you gotta call a spade, right? You gotta call a spade sometimes. You ever got a crayon box in in elementary school, and you say, "What the hell is this crayon? Macaroni orange? What?" You ever get a crayon box in elementary school and you see macaroni orange? Over here, Jason Kane says, hello, laugh out loud, Reaper crew, Billy. I think Jason's seen the same video. Jason Kane, thank you so much for the support. $20 super chat. We're today on $50 on today. And June is June, right? The beginning of summer. Thank you so much, Jason Kane. But Billy, yes. The kid was, people are probably wondering, oh, what kind of nationality? He was African American. The kid was nice, little African American kid, and the father was cool, man. The call was, yeah, let's go down there. But the point of the matter is, hey, what am I gonna say? I have to be honest, man. Just what it is. If you're Jewish, I appreciate you, man. You're nothing, like, for anybody watching. You probably think that I'm saying horrible things. I'm not saying horrible things. I think it's just what it is. It's what it is. Let's drink a sip, Jason Kane. Let's drink a sip. That old Fitzgerald's so good. Oh, man, that old Fitzgerald's so good. Oh, man, it's good. It's just honestly a really good bottle. You can see how much I drank so far. It's almost halfway. Really good. Almost halfway. By the way, Farm Kitty is a top messenger on the stream. We got a couple top fans, it seems. Number one's April. Number two is Farm Kitty. Ron Quinn. Then we have David. That's fourth place. Thank you so much for all of you. Thank you so much. How do I get this off the screen? Shoot. All right. If you guys have any questions of anything you want to ask, so Jason Kane, if you want to ask any questions, you're welcome to ask. Any questions that just hit in your head. By the way, just a random, if anybody wants to know what my favorite hot sauce is, Valentino. Valentino is my favorite hot sauce. All right, my favorite hot sauce is Valentino. Valentino is my favorite hot sauce. It's just so good, man. It has like chili pepper. It's like a better version of Tabasco sauce. My favorite hot sauce is Valentino. I think I'm going to have it today. You're going to have it today, Valentino. So good. I also want to talk about this real quick. We drank this on the stream. Also drank, obviously, this one, but I don't like to put bad bottles on the stream. We drank these on the stream. We drank these on the stream. I'm currently watching a movie. Movies take me forever to watch. I'm watching a movie called The Biker Gang. The Biker Gang, I think it's called. The Biker Gang, or it's probably called The Bikers. It's an older type of a movie. And I'm really not too much of a fan, but I like it. I like it. Too much of a fan, but I like it. It has my favorite actor. You guys know one of my favorite actors. It's one of my favorite actors. Whenever I say Tom Hardy, Whenever I say Tom Hardy, I think of the clothesline. Whenever I say Tom Hardy, I think of the clothesline. Always. I don't know why. I always think of the clothesline. Let's drink a sip. Cheers to all of you. By the way, best bang for buck here on this whole stream is the Rumble. Jason Kane, here we go. Best bang for buck. Rebel Small Batch Reserve. It's inexpensive, 110 proof. What do they say? They say age makes a difference. Age doesn't make a difference. The only thing it really does is give you a heavy amount of oak. Okay? If you get a 7-year or 8-year, it's really good. Really good whiskey. Really good whiskey. I'm sweating all that chicken. Oof, you guys saw over here April says, I like Valentino too. No, April, you like the Valentino fragrance. I like the Valentino hot sauce. Let's drink this up. And also I like Valentino Rossi. Yes, Valentino Rossi. You gotta look that up. Let's drink this up. I think we hit all the nails on the head today. Today we cooked earlier. I showed you how to cook on the stream. We headed to the World War III. I talked to you about that a little bit. We cooked up, we drank up a little bit. I showed you that, at the end of the day, don't be scared to say your opinions. It's always good to say your opinions because you never know. You got some snakes next to you. You have some snakes next to you. You know that you got a cobra next to you. Holy, you got a python next to you. At least you know. Always express your opinions. Always good. Jason Kane. Reaper, what's a good food movie? What's a good food movie? The best food movie isn't Willy Wonka. I can guarantee you that one. The best food movie in the world isn't Willy Wonka. I can guarantee you that one. But there is a movie that I remember watching a while ago. It had to do with pasta. Somebody says Ratatouille. Man, that's a good movie for kids to inspire them to mess around with the kitchen. Jason Kane, never show a kid Ratatouille movie. They're gonna want to do pasta in the kitchen, and then you're gonna have to clean up. Some of you don't know how to be parents. For some of you who don't know how to be parents, always avoid movies that inspire your kids to do stuff that you should clean up. I'm going to say that right now. Ratatouille movie, that's going to be a whole thing. Over here it says, Jason Kane. I mean, what's a good movie? Oof. Okay, so there's two movies that I recommend currently right now. The Accountant, The Accountant 2. Okay, Jason Kane. The Accountant 2, you can watch it on Prime Video. It's only on TV. Only on TV. Prime Video. Okay, Prime Video. Accountant 2. If you have Netflix, here's a different one. It's called Knockout. But don't type Knockout. I think you're going to like Knockout better. Watch Knockout. You're going to like it a little bit better. It took me, this is the difference. This is the difference between Knockout and, as a matter of fact, both of them were the same. Knockout took me 2 days to watch it. You guys already know I fall asleep during a movie. The Accountant took me a day and a half. So, anyways, Knockout, if you go to Netflix, Jason Kane, Netflix, type in on Netflix, K-O. It's going to be a big black dude and a small Brazilian girl. She looks Brazilian. I don't know if she's Brazilian. She looks like a small Brazilian girl. And if you're wondering if you're going to see her titty on the movie, you're not. But they did smash. They did smash. She just, women should do that more often. But they're scared to be rejected. You want to do it? Ooh. You want to do it? The guy almost said no. Who that just said $50 super chat? We're at $100 on the stream. Officially, we made it to $100. Wow, who that? I'm going to say this. We're going to review 2 Stogies tomorrow. What's the day tomorrow? Tomorrow, who that? We're going to review 1 Stogie. Currently, one of my favorite Stogies that some of you can find around the world, and you guys can see. And then we're gonna do AJ, the strongest AJ Fernandez cigar Stogie. We're going to do it this week also. So we're going to do 2 reviews this week of 2 Stogies. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Over here, who that? Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. Jason Kane, man. You're holding it down, Jason Kane. Wow, who that came through. That's like, who would I put for the Cowboys quarterback? I would put Jason Kane to start. And if he does some interceptions, who that goes next? Come out, Jason Kane, who that goes next? I think, you know what? The Cowboys should do that. They should rotate. They should get some. Miami Dolphins are cooked, by the way, for anybody who want to be a Miami Dolphin fan. As long as the Miami Dolphins had Tua, we're over with. The guy has like 10 concussions. We're over with. We're cooked. We're cooked. We're cooked. Miami Dolphins are cooked. As Drew said, cheers to all of you, Jason Kane. So, the 2 movies I do recommend, okay? Do recommend you. As Drew said, did somebody say, how do you get the Hennessy out of a whiskey glass? You throw it away. If you have Hennessy smell, you just throw it away. You throw it like this, look. You got some Hennessy, just you throw that thing away. Who that? Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, you know who that? You know what you made me do? Ooh, you made sure to put the TV on. The Florida Panthers are going to be playing. Holy crap, the Florida Panthers. Who that? Thank you so much for the $50 super chat. We're talking about the war recently, WW3. I know who that wants to hear some of that. If you want to hear my opinions, I can tell you. I can say it again. But let me put TNT. Florida Panthers. We'll go Florida Panthers, put TNT. So, my opinion, if you want to hear who that, I don't have to say it. I don't have to say who that. I don't have to say it. But you guys like stories, story time. You guys like stories, story time. You like stories. I notice some of you like stories. I'm not going to tell you the story of Christian Casters because I think you've heard it before. What story should I tell all of you? What story should I tell all of you while we're here? What story should I tell all of you? True stories, obviously. What story should I tell all of you? What story should I tell all? There's so many stories I could give you guys. Stories. How many stories? Paranormal stories, somebody says. Love story time. Love story time. I love story time. I don't think. I don't think there's such a thing. I don't think there's such a thing. Beauty and the Beast isn't true. Cinderella movie ain't true either. What story should I tell you guys? I do know that we had talked about. Got a super chat. Ryan Quinn. Ryan Quinn. Another ghost story. Another ghost story. Damn, this other ghost story. I don't even know if you guys heard this other ghost story. But I can tell you this other ghost story. If you want. If you want. But I personally think, Ryan, I think everybody wants to hear the angel story. There's a story of an angel that some of you kind of want to know. And I think, Ryan Quinn, if you allow Who-Dat to hear that story, I'll talk it and I'll sing it. Okay, I know Who-Dat sent a $50 super chat. So, Ryan Quinn, it's almost like a ghost paranormal story. But you have to hear this out really hard. You have to hear this all really hard. It's almost like a ghost story. Yeah, angel story is cool. Okay, Ryan Quinn, let me tell you this story. Now, this story, before I say it, I hope Who-Dat is there. And please let me know that you're there, Who-Dat, before I say this story. This is a true story, and I can say nothing here is fake. Because at the end of the day, let's just say this. To me, if I say anything stupid or fake, it looks bad on me. I want to make sure you guys understand this is real story. And I want to make sure you guys understand it. She says over here, all in, Reaper. All right. So, it started off on a regular day. The day was good. But there was something weird. There was just something weird about the back door. There was something weird about the back. I don't know. So the house had the sliding back door, and the sliding back door is, and this is another weird thing also, just so you guys know. When I was younger, me and my mother used to watch TV late at night, and we used to watch like a history channel with like some of the stuff they would talk about, like Roswell and stuff. We would watch that. So in my head, it didn't make sense to me, any of it. I'm gonna tell you now. You could judge it how you want to. You could judge it how you want to. You could judge it to be a ghost. You could judge it to be an alien. You could judge it to be an angel. You could judge it how you want to. But this is an angel story. So one day I went to sleep, and usually when I go to sleep, the same process goes. I keep my door halfway just in case I want to hear something happen. Somebody breaks in the house. I used to always have a bat next to my bed as a kid. This as a teenager. We're talking about as a teenager. And I always have a light on in my room, just a small light so that I could walk. The reason why I have the light on is because I want to see what's touching me. I want to see. Literally, I want to see anything. I want to see stuff. Especially when I get up. I don't want to trip over my shoes and I break my whole hip. Right? So I always have a light in my room, and I always have my door. I know where my door is. My door was always over there. My bed was over here. Face like this face, and the door was over there. All right? So, okay. Hit that like button if you like this so far. On the stream, man, $130. So, that night I was in deep sleep. Like, so deep, man. So deep. But this is a thing that was so weird. When you're deep sleep and you start waking up, when you open up your eyes, sometimes they're like blurry, right? You open up your eyes for a little bit, you move, and then you go back to sleep, right? Some of you do that, right? I don't know if all of you do that. Some of you have a thing in your eyes. I don't know why. Whoever sleeps with a thing on their eyes, you are soft boy, you a soft man, you a soft woman. Don't sleep with that bag in your eye. You know that it's like a cover, it's a blindfold. What are you scared to see? Are you scared to see a duck rolling a roach? Are you scared to see a roach? Anyways, the point of the matter is I would sleep, literally just open up my eyes and I would turn. But this night, I won't forget it. I woke up I woke up because I heard something. I don't know what the hell I heard. I just heard something. I can't tell you what I heard because I honestly can't. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know if it was a voice. In my head, it said, in my head, I heard, wake up. It just says it. Wake up. Wake up. That's all I heard. I thought I was talking to myself. Okay, so I thought I was talking to myself. I was talking to myself. When I'm waking up, you guys know when you wake up, you're opening your eyes little by little. As I start opening up my eyes little by little, let me show you exactly what I saw. It is exactly what I'm seeing here. There you go. You see that light? You see this? You see that orb? It's like an orb. It's like a flash. Okay? That right there went into my room. Went into my room. I'm getting goosebumps. Yeah. Look at my hair. That light, there's a light, a small light. It's literally as small as that. The crazy part is that we're streaming and we could see a light exactly like that. The light was exactly like that. It creeped into my room. It floated in the middle and it just went into my bathroom. But at this point, I'm still like half asleep and I have my eyes like almost open. I don't even know if this was real. I don't even know what the hell I'm watching, looking is real. So I'm starting to get up and there's something starting to make me panic. Not panic, but like, wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. I ran to my bathroom. I opened my shower curtains just to see. And once I opened my shower curtains, I was ready for something to pop up. Nothing popped up. I had a good feeling. But it was so weird. So then I looked at my window on the bathroom and I was like, dude, I got to go look. What the hell's this? So I started like opening. I started moving everything. I slammed the closet. I'm getting really mad. You guys know how I get when I see spirits. I'm getting really mad and I'm starting to think this is something like this is not real. It's not real. So then this is when I run into my mother's room and my mother literally, this is where it gets real. This is where it gets real crazy. My mother's already like up. She's in the bed but up. And then she's already getting up. She goes, did you hear that? I go, what? Did you see that? I go, what? She didn't tell me anything. But I told her, don't move. So I started going down the stairs. I went halfway. This is the weirdest thing ever. Look at this is the weirdest thing ever. Mind you guys know that I officially go to fear. I go to fear. Anything that is fear, I go to it. When I get halfway in the stairs, going down. When I go halfway the stairs, something in my head is telling me, don't keep on going. Don't keep on going. Then I go back upstairs. I get my bat. Don't keep on going. Mind you, the time frame of me being in the middle of the stairs and stopping, there's something in my head said, don't keep on going. To me, going to my bat is a total of probably like 40 seconds, 30 seconds. I went to go get my bat and I went back downstairs. I opened the garage because, I think that sometimes the garage, back in the days, if you don't know the stories, usually I think that in the garage there's a lot of things. I turn on the light in the kitchen. Nothing. I start screaming. I start saying, yo, where you at? Where you at? Start screaming. The garage opening. Nothing. My mother runs down. She said, did you see that? I go, what do you mean? So what? So what? So what? She couldn't believe what she saw, and she literally had to like pour some water. She had to sit down in the kitchen. And while I have the bat in my hand, I'm in the living room. My father's not there because he's working the night shift. And I'm just thinking, what the hell did I just see? What did I just see? I've seen demons. I've seen shadow people. What the hell's this? It was literally like that, and it just floated like a Tinkerbell. Think of the movie Peter Pan. Think of Tinkerbell, but forget about the cartoon. Just think of Tinkerbell just going to the bathroom, right? So while my mother finishes up in the kitchen, I go to the kitchen. I go, hey, what did you see? She goes, I saw like a orb. I saw like an orb. It was like flashing. And it was like really bright and it was flashing. But before that happened, I heard somebody say in my ear, And this is where it gets creepy as hell. It's where it gets weird. This is where it gets weird. In her ear, she heard a guy talking in Spanish saying in Spanish, this is what he said in Spanish: wake up, you're in danger. Wake up, you're in danger. And he said her name. He said her name. Ooh, he said her name. He said her name and he said, wake up, you're in danger. Wake up. He said her name. She freaked out. She got up, and when she started waking up, that's when she saw the orb, literally. The orb, literally, it went from her room, I guess, this is what happened. It went from her room, because her room's to the left side. It went from her room all the way to my room, and it escaped to the bathroom. It just went out. I didn't even know why it went to my room. Why'd you stop in my room for? When I'm the one with the bat. Well, you should have stopped in my room first. I'm the one with the goddamn bat. I know people are laughing in the chat room. You can laugh all you want to. You can laugh all you want to. You can laugh all you want to. And this is why you can't say stories to people. They laugh about it. And it's okay. You can laugh about it. If you're Christian, most likely you're not going to believe it. Christians don't believe in any of that unless it happens to them. And if it happens to them, they completely say it's false. It's understandable. Some people are scared of these things. And decades went by. So this is where it gets weird. This is where it gets weird. Decades went by. And when the decades started going by, we started like putting like pieces together. We always try to put pieces together of that situation. Nobody else had this situation except me and her. And this is something that you guys should understand. There's a lot of things that happen in the USA that don't get accounted for. By the way, huge shout outs to Ryan Quinn and Who Dat. Ryan Quinn, Who Dat, thank you so much. We're at $130 on the stream. There's a lot of things in the USA that don't get accounted for. There's a lot of liars here in the USA also. There's a bunch of liars. Man, you go to New York, there's a ton of liars in New York. They just want to get fame. They just want to get fame, man. They just want to get fame and paid to be on TV. And sometimes they just make up stuff. And those people are the ones that make some of the people like us, or like me, not credentialed, not have any credential at all, just loony, right? But I'm here to tell you that it happened, and decades started going by. And me and my mother, a long time ago, we started figuring out, like, I don't even know, was this an angel that we saw? Was this an angel that we saw? We started putting two and two together, and we started figuring out that it could also be something else. It could be something else that it could be. I started doing some research over the span of like 2 decades. Florida Panthers just scored. Shout out to Florida Panthers, just scored. I started doing some research in the span of like 2 decades that it's happened to me. 2 decades. It happened 2 decades ago. I started doing some research and I started putting 2 and 2 together, and there was a high chance probability that what was outside was actually a robber. Now, this is the thing. It was a robber probably trying to break in from outside. Okay, robber trying to break in from outside. There was a guardian angel that was inside the house to help us wake up and make sure that those robbers didn't come inside. Now, what those robbers could have done, God knows. They could have killed us. They could have done anything. God knows. They could have had weapons and killed us. Have no idea. But on the decades that I have gone by to do research, that was one of the probabilities that there was a robber outside. Now, before anything that I even say, I just want to say something. I did talk about the sliding door. Now, the sliding door had issues. And our neighbor at the time, which was Colombian, yes, well, my neighbor didn't eat mangoes. My neighbor wasn't as weird as the other Colombian that I talked about. He didn't eat mangoes raw with the skin. He was actually a modern Colombian. But the point of the matter is, he would work on doors, sliding doors. He came over the week after and he checked the door to see if there was something wrong with the door, and there was something wrong with the door. The door officially had some malfunctions going on, that somebody was tampering with it, and he had talked about it, he had told us. Now, does that have anything to do with what happened? Could it be a myth? I don't know. Could I believe my neighbor? Remember, he's Colombian. But he works. That's his career, right? He does he does sliding doors, and he does windows. It was tampered with, right? So, what do I have to say? I have to say that this has to be an angel, right? Angel, guardian angel, guardian angel. But you can't always think it's a whatever it is. Just because you see a rat doesn't mean it's a rat. Maybe you have to blink twice and see what it is. Maybe it's a goddamn rock, right? Maybe it's a rock. I tell a lot of people that. Look, if two people tell you that you saw a thug on the corner with a gun, just make sure it's a thug in the corner with a gun. Make sure. Doesn't mean those two people have good eyesight, right? Always trying to figure out if that's that thug in the corner with the gun. What I'm trying to say here is, decades went by, and I started figuring out that there was another possibility that it could have been, and it's kind of weird. The other possibility that it could have been was an orb, could have been an... Oh man, it's so weird to say. The orb could have been an alien, like an extraterrestrial. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. And also another thing also that I don't want to say, the person that was trying to break in also could have been an alien. I don't even know. I don't even know. Now, the decades started going by, I started researching on, wait a minute, aliens, they walk through walls, but what if there's aliens that don't walk through walls? So there's so many mysteries to this story, but the only mystery I can say that it's really just to the T is an angel. That's all it is. So for any of you watching, I don't even want to tell you what I think about the aliens. Well, I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna tell you. If I would have known that day, maybe it was an alien orb, I probably would have acted a little bit different. I would have ran outside the house. I don't even know. Did I run outside the house? I think I did run outside the house to see if something was something jumped off my window. I don't even remember. But I just remember a couple things. I remember the bat going downstairs, sitting on the couch, thinking, man, how the hell am I going to tell her? I don't even know, because telling a woman, man, imagine telling a woman, it's almost the same equivalent, me being in the living room, it's almost the same equivalent of me saying to a woman, damn, how the hell am I going to tell her? Screw it, I'm going to tell her, hey, I found 2 roaches in your car. What? What you say? What you mean? What you mean? She'll freak out. She'll go crazy. She'll go crazy. I found a rat in your car. Whoa, she'll go crazy, man. Dude, she'll go crazy. There's something you can't tell women. You can't tell women you found a roach in their car. You can't tell them you saw a rat. You can't even tell them there was a ratatouille. You can't tell them a ratatouille. They'll go ballistic. They'll go ballistic. You tell a woman, it's almost the same thing. You tell a woman, hey, there's another, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you saying anything? I don't know if I want to tell you. Just say it. Say it. You man. All right. While I'm in line getting your popcorn, there's a girl. She got big titties and she just grabbed my ass. She grabbed my ass and she said, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were Jason. What? You can't tell a woman certain things. She'll ruin the whole day. She'll break everything. And that was the situation I was in that day when I saw the angel in the living room. I just had a bat in my hand. I just didn't know what to do. Do I go up to the kitchen and tell my mother, hey, I got a bat because I thought the thugs were going to walk in? Like, oof. And then there was an angel upstairs that I think I saw an angel. I don't know if it was Tinkerbell. Like what do I say? What do I say? Like, how do you tell a woman this? They're going to go crazy. Oh, and by the way, like, I don't know how to say it, but I don't know how that angel went into the bathroom. I didn't flush the toilet. Like, You tell that to a woman, she, they don't know where to start. And I had to deal with my mother at the time. So the point of the matter is, look, this was decades ago. Look, I hope you enjoyed the story. I hope you enjoy the story. Let's drink the rest of this. Old Fitzgerald. Let's drink us up. So for anybody that wants to figure out what it was, you let me know. But I have a feeling that's what it was. It was a guardian angel. Guardian angel. For all of you watching, I hope you really enjoyed this stream. We didn't stream yet, so I give you a double stream today. You saw the chicken we brought out, the turkey we brought out, the bird, duck. If any of you eat duck, you guys are nasty. Any of you eat crawfish? Crawfish is for dummies. You gotta eat the lobster. Okay? You gotta eat the lobster. Quit eating that crawfish. Any of you women that like that oyster with that sand in it, you ladies are crazy. For all of you watching around the world, I think it's time for me to officially say, it's time for me to officially say, sayonara, right? Rip it cool, you know what time it is. We're number one. These are all true stories, and I'll never forget them. For the rest of you, you can ask me anything. Eventually, I'm never going to forget them. I hope Who Dat enjoyed it. I hope also Ryan Quinn enjoyed it. On the stream, $130 super chats. Man, what a stream. You guys are all awesome. Jason Kane. Thank you so much, Jason Kane. Who Dat? Thank you so much. Who Dat? Ryan Quinn. Thank you so much. April Neal. Thank you so much for supporting this stream. And for all of you watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, don't buy this, bookers. I don't even know why I have it on stream. Don't buy this, bookers. And for all of you watching, you know what time it is. I'm going to be watching the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers are winning. Today, if they win the Stanley Cup. Watch the Stanley Cup. It's a TNT. You guys are amazing. Today, by the way, one of the craziest things today happened. I went to the store. I asked for a mega million. She says, $5. I said, what? What you mean? $5? What do you mean, Mega Million? The lottery is $5? Yeah, $5. I thought she was trying to gyp me. I said, I ain't paying for that. Oh, yes. No. She said, no. You paying for that? I said, I ain't paying for that. $5 for Mega Millions? You're trying to rip me off? It's $2. It's $2. When did it go up to $5? Be careful out there. The price of Mega Millions have gone up. The lottery has gone up. Reaper Crew. Tomorrow, I'll see you tomorrow. For all of you watching, Reaper Crew, you know what time it is? On number one, shout outs to the USA, shout outs to U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and the U.S. Space Force. There's Coast Guard over there in Los Angeles. I don't even know why they're even there. They ain't doing diddly. Shout outs to all the Marines, shout outs to all the Marines, shout outs to all the nurses, doctors, EMTs. And shout out to all our law enforcement working those streets, those dirty streets. And if you haven't already, yes. If you haven't already, subscribe up here. I guarantee you every stream is going to be as good as this one. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And for all of you, the whiskey of the stream today, Red Bull Small Match Reserve, a good one, $30. Get this one, really good. You guys are awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And officially, shout out to all the law enforcement. Officially, I think I'm going to go on my motorcycle 160 miles per hour tomorrow in the morning. Yes, 180. I'm going to go 180. I'm just joking. Maybe this weekend. Shout out to all of you. You guys are awesome. Reaper officially sign out. Who's going to be the last one? I see Jason Kane. I see you, Jason Kane. April Neon. I see you. It's channel for your camera right now. I'll see you, April Neon. I see you. You guys are amazing. Edgar Romeo holding it down earlier. I see Edgar Romeo. And for all of you, Reaper sign out. I'll see you all soon. Tomorrow live. Reaper sign